who did this awful crime.
It's a murder case detectives believe they had solved. Now it's being revisited, looking into a 1993 robbery murder when a cashier at a Louisville Chevron was shot and killed. Edwin Chandler, a jury found to be the man responsible 2 years later, convicted for manslaughter and first-degree robbery.
I'm just confused right now.
That is, until new evidence and testimony found police made major errors in the case, leading to Chandler's release in 2009 after nearly a decade in prison. That same year, a grand jury indicted Percy Phillips for those charges after a remaining fingerprint on a piece of evidence was matched to him. And now, years later, on Wednesday, Phillips walked into the courtroom for his trial. State Prosecutor Jim Lazowski's opening statement focused on John Gray, a witness pumping gas that night who says he saw the gunman run out of the store.
Wrote a letter to the homicide office saying you got the wrong guy.
Years later, Gray telling police he believed Phillips was the man he saw.
Use your common sense when you're listening to John Gray. This case won't be like the TV shows we watch.
With Gray to testify later, the prosecution called witnesses to the stand, including former police officer Alvin Ferris, ex-detective Mark Handy, who was convicted for perjury and tampering with evidence in the case, and the owner of the gas station at the time, Edward Zeller. Zeller spoke while security video played from inside the store that night. Prosecutors focusing in on key pieces of evidence: a beer bottle, a stocking cap, and sunglasses. Meanwhile, the defense...
If Mr. Chandler didn't do this, that does not mean that Mr. Phillips did.
Focusing on hair found in the cap, DNA testing, and questioning results of fingerprints from decades ago.
What we have learned and how our understanding has grown about fingerprints and what they mean.
The defense saying medical experts will be brought to the stand next week.